How would you describe the quality of housing, schools, roads, and security around the East Market area?
Around the East Market area, I would have to say that the quality of roads are horrific. Bumps, just potholes everywhere whatsoever. The crosswalk, little strips, the white stuff, that's faded. Can't nobody see it. There's no bike lanes. They either work at Food Lion or don't work, or they work all the way near UNCG or Friendly area, as I said before, at UPS somewhere, working like 12-hour shifts. And I'm just like, why can't we have normal working hours with good pay on this side? For lucrative companies looking to expand, I would say they would not choose the East Market area whatsoever. I have not seen a single lucrative company over here, but mind you, that's just from my perspective what I'm seeing. There could be somewhere, some in the woodwork somewhere, I just haven't seen it. However, if you go, again, I'm sorry I keep saying this, but over the UNCG area across the tracks, it's just like you got Whole Foods, you got Ben and Jerry's, you got Cheesecake Factory, and those may not be as lucrative as what you're talking about, but there's still better options than what we have over here.
Definitely.
Because we don't have any of that over here.
The city of Greensboro is the primary stakeholders of East Market Street. What they should be doing is going out into communities and making sure that the residents are living comfortably and safely in their neighborhoods. The city of Greensboro negatively affects, more than positively affects the community, because they don't go out into the community and try to help others and to basically better the community. They just sit back and watch as it gets worse and worse as far as like roads, schools, jobs, job opportunities. Some of the secondary stakeholders of the community will be the schools and business owners of the community. They also play a huge role in East Market Street because of the money that they bring in and out of the area. They positively affect East Market Street because they're bringing job opportunities, more education, and with job opportunities and more education, brings more money into the area.
I have with me Christian Phillips here. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions about the area. My first question is, how can East Market Street improve?
They can improve by creating more job opportunities for the people here, and probably creating like some organizations or anything that could get people like off the streets, like have them like doing anything else other than just like running the streets out here.
What job opportunities are in this area?
Just some regular retail businesses like Food Lion and Family Dollar, like some regular stores, nothing too major. They're not like a lot of like family-owned business like black businesses.
Oh, gotcha. Well, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We did a lot of research on the city of Greensboro's website and discovered that throughout the early 1900s until about the 1950s, Greensboro used to really be a big hub for a lot of black businesses. However, around the 1950s and the 1960s, it kind of took a turn for the worse, and throughout the 90s and through now, they've been working really hard to revitalize and reestablish East Greensboro. However, as we were riding through and as we talked to a lot of citizens of East Greensboro, they had a lot to say in regards to the condition of the current economic environment of this side of town and the difference between here and West Greensboro. There's been a significant amount of crime in East Greensboro. However, a lot of business owners have reported that when they call through their store phone, that police actually do tend to come in a decent amount of time. But that's different for the citizens of East Greensboro, who typically have a rougher time getting in contact with local law enforcement. Although the city of Greensboro has done a lot to try and improve the conditions of the east side of Greensboro, there are a lot of things that still need to be changed, such as the condition of the sidewalks and the condition of the roads, as well as the law enforcement response time. Economically speaking, the west side of Greensboro tends to have more curb appeal. There's a lot of citizens that seem to be more well off, and it seems to be a significant gap in the amount of income that's made in West Greensboro versus East Greensboro.
Stores, but unfortunately, I think it's because of the neighborhood we're in. You know, the more low budget items, the more people in here that tend to, you know, spend more on. Theft-wise, it's not as bad as you would think. We kind of control it a lot.
How do you control it?
Just loss prevention. Just try to make it harder. Tags on everything. a lot of people don't know the stuff in the freezer's tagged. Nobody have a clue, but they'll come in, try to take a bologna or cheese and stuff and go out beeping. That's how we catch them.
Do you get a lot of people doing that?
Yeah. Just because of the neighborhood. That's, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. Security system, they come check every 30, 40 minutes so. And if there's a problem, the police will come patrol whenever need be.
Do they usually show up like in a decent amount of time?
Yeah. Like if you were to call them from your phone, instead of using like one of these black phones, we'll call like on a black phone, can you dispatch police? And they're here within at least a minute 30, which is kind of fast. Just for, not even robbery, just for shoplifting. So.
Do you tend to have a lot of like problems or a lot of unwanted visitors, things going on in the store?
It's gotten a lot better. When I first started, yes, there's people that came in here trying to fight, trying to just get off on anything. They can try to steal stuff. If you catch them stealing, they'll argue that they weren't stealing, and then you got an altercation there. People come in mad because you kicked them out, so they'll just come in, start breaking stuff, pushing stuff over, breaking windows. But honestly, the past 6 months has been kind of smooth. So this is a great step toward greatness, I would say.
So what would you change if you could, or what do you think should be done about the state of businesses on East Market Street?
See, that's a hard question because it's not, like I said, it's not really the businesses, it's just the neighborhood that we're in. I feel
So
like
do you think there's anything that could be done, like any programs that could be instituted for the people in the area that would help
yes.
and consequently
Yes.
help you guys?
I don't know if you all are aware, but there was a tornado last year. I think it was a really big, big deal, and people were setting up tables of just clothes, dish detergent, water, food, in parks and stuff, and just giving it out to the community. And the community basically just came together. Throughout that whole month, there was no issues here, not a lot of theft. It was down. Everybody was just in a uplifted spirit because of that. So I feel like if the community did try to come together more, it would be good.
And so last question, do you feel like there are a lot of resources available to you here, like as a business, to help support?
That's a hard question. There is, but there isn't. Like, as far as support, we have emergency services. Fire department will come, park the truck out there sometimes, and just, like I said, the community will be hanging out, talking or whatever. Police, they're not really brutal in this area. If something happens, they will try to come and just calmly talk to you. They'll come in the store, chat with us sometimes. We know most of them. And it's just repetitive. Same people coming over, same stuff, just keep a good heart.
Family Dollar on East Market reported that their crime within their store was significantly down after the tornado because so many people received a lot of care packages and support from the community. So something that could be done is to encourage the current residents and help them really feel better about themselves, which is something that I believe the Parks and Rec is doing a fairly good job of doing on the east side of Greensboro with their children's, teens, and senior programs to bring the community together.
When we identify the attractiveness and lack of interest in the East Market area, we can easily see that when you ride down the East Market area, that it can use some type of innovation. One of the major questions that we had for the citizens in the area was, what can we do to bring some more positive things into the area and bring up the community? And what most people said was that more job opportunities and more positive things in the area. When we look at it from a real estate perspective, we can see that it's a very high traffic flow in the East Market area due to the colleges such as Benny College and A&T and all the types of events that bring all these people into this area. But what we can also notice is that due to the crime rate, it can scare off a lot of businesses because just like A&T may suffer from social challenges or economic challenges due to the crime rate, that it's so much crime going on around the area that it's affecting our students. And they'll say that this is not a safe campus because you can't keep the locals away from the students, and this type of stuff is not preventive. Or it could be a challenge with the Greensboro Police Department because they'll say, where are you all and why isn't this a concern in this area?
How is business doing here, like at Grace Stops on East Market?
It's better than it was originally when I started here. It's the store is better itself. Like it used to be like a mess, but now it's like better. It's better. It's good. It's not. It's like yeah. It's good. It's
So
better than
like,
it
what do you
was.
feel like improved?
Definitely like the maintenance of the store is definitely better. We don't really have like as much like people out front anymore like we used to. Like basically like they cracked down on the store, so like now it's better. It's run better and things like that.
So do you feel like the city helped at all in that?
No, not at all. You're welcome.
I just think the change of manager helped a lot because he turned around the store and we were in debt. Now we're not in debt anymore. It's in the ghetto, but not supposed to make it seem like a ghetto store because before it was horrible. I mean, I just started working here. She was working here a long time, so she can really tell you that the store turned around. We used to have like a lot of homeless people outside begging for money, and it would turn away people from the store. It's annoying, you know, and it would smell bad outside. But they really started banning people, and it turned around the store. We have a lot to do, but you know.
So do you get a lot of crime here?
Since I've worked here, it's in 1 month. It's been a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening in the 1 month when I first started here. Yeah, it's a lot.
Can you give any instances? Like, it doesn't have to be
Can
anything
we?
crazy.
What happened? Give any instances of crime?
I mean, just like there was robbery
Yeah,
or a few robberies in the store,
few robberies, few
shootouts, stabbing.
yeah,
I mean,
you know,
typical
the
crime.
regular typical crime.
Yeah.
Drug dealing.
So you typically have a lot of like unwanted visitors and stuff coming through.
Yeah, we do. Well,
Like people are not really doing anything.
It's not many different ones, but it's the same ones always trying to come back and get stuff.
So what do you think could be improved, like about the area? Like here?
I mean, here I wish they would crack down on the banning because the people who are banned still coming here, and like things that they're trying to put into effect is not happening. So like they're trying to change the store, however the change is taking slowly to happen because everyone's so laid back and still stuck in the old ways. So it's pretty hard for them to get the employees or the employers to put it into action. But yeah, that's basically it.
Yes, my name is Mahmoud El Amoudi. I am international student. I go to INT and I study industrial and system engineering.
All right. And so how is business here?
I think I'm so far great, but I think we are missing so much stores. The big stores as Walmart and grocery stores. Also, we need to redesign some of the stores, make it more new.
So do you feel like that could be done to change Metro PCS in particular?
Absolutely. We just changed our design 2 weeks ago. It used to be old design. We changed all the design. You can just like take video or something.
Okay. So what kind of customers do you tend to get in here?
I think all the ages, most of them I would say old people. Some of them I say around 20% are students, but most of them are families and old people.
Do you feel like this business would be better if it were over on like the west side of town, like West Market Street?
I think we're doing a very good job. We have 12 stores. We have some in the West Market. We have some in the East Market.
Are the ones on West Market doing better than the one on East Market?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Do you get a lot of crime in the area?
I never seen anything, but I heard a lot in the news. I get sometimes email from the university, there's crimes, but I never see anything, honestly.
Okay. Do you tend to have a lot of unwanted visitors coming in the store? Any problems or anything?
That's right. We always deal with some problems, people, especially with, I will say, a little bit of old people. They don't know how to use the phones and they came here try to blame us. But that's always happen.
Okay.
That's part of the job.
So what do you think could be done, or what would you change if you could about East Market Street beyond the improving?
I think we need to add more stores. I didn't see any stores like for clothes or anything, like people come here more to visit and shops as Friend Center, for example.
Do you feel like there are a lot of resources available to you here, like as a manager at Metro PCS?
I do. I think everything's closed, especially Greensboro. Everything is very close from here. East Market has most of the stuff except the thing that I told you.
How can East Market Street improve?
Okay, so it's definitely a food desert on East Market. They can probably improve by building more quality grocery stores around the area. Also, providing more job opportunities.
There are many economic incentives within Greensboro that attract businesses, residents, and tourists. Some of these incentives include colleges or universities, major events like homecoming, and historical sites. Because these incentives bring such a high population volume, it is important for all areas to be safe and secure so resident and business retention improves. The role of the city of Greensboro should be to enforce better safety and security to provide both businesses and residents with more reliable, efficient, and effective protection to want to locate and remain there comfortably. There are many incentives that Greensboro possesses. The City of Greensboro should promote career building and trade workshops in order to support and encourage the residents of specific areas like East Market Street. We hope that this report helped you gain an in-depth understanding of the East Corridor of Greensboro, along with some first-hand insight on the thoughts and feelings of its occupants. Thank you for your time.